Well, let's just get right to it. Let's not play around with what happened. Damn it. Let's get the first things first, get it out of the way. No, that was not goalie interference. That was a good goal for Florida in the overtime period. And in this game, Florida wins 3-2 in overtime to tie the series at 2 games apiece, and Florida gets home ice advantage back. Let's do a little housekeeping first. Thank you for joining. Greetings and salutations, all of that. My mind's everywhere because I'm pissed at the way this game ended. But greetings and salutations. Welcome to Ref the District. This is Stoner's Recaps. If you're watching, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button so you know when we have new content coming out. And of course, we go live every Wednesday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Please check us out. We cover Commanders, we cover Nats, we cover Wiz, and of course we cover Caps. We even cover the Washington Spirit, the Washington Mystics, DC United, all of them. We cover it all. But right now we're talking Caps, and that was a freaking heartbreaker. 2 minutes and 4 seconds. 2 minutes and 4 seconds. If we could have held them off for 2 minutes and 4 seconds. Okay. Let's go through each period, even though it seems like forever ago when these periods took place. Let's go to the first period. Okay, in the first period, I thought, again, for the 4th straight game, I thought the Caps came out with a lot of jump, and I thought it was a great start for them. Sammy was excellent early, and the Caps got on the board first. They got the power play goal. Carlson took a shot. Hit Oshie in front, puck luck, and the puck found its way into the net. That entire play was helped by Kuznetsov, who retrieved the puck in the corner and got it around, got the Caps set up. So that was a great power play, 1-0 for the Caps. And you think, all right, we've got the jump. The place is rocking. Cap 1 was amazing tonight. Cap 1's rocking. You saw a bunch of Commanders there. The defensive line, Jonathan Allen, bought tickets for the entire defensive line, and so they were all there. A bunch of Nationals were there. Juan Soto was there. It was just a fantastic atmosphere. But with about 6 minutes left in the period, Florida tied it on a 4-on-4 goal. Hathaway and Carlson ran into each other. They ran into each other. I don't know if ran is the right word. They skated into each other in the offensive end. That triggered a 2-on-1 for Florida. And it was kind of a softie. I mean, Sammy was there to make the save, and it somehow found its way 5-hole between his legs. And so that tied it up at 1-1. Florida had the shooting advantage in that first period, 11-7. I don't like when the game goes 4-on-4. That's a huge advantage to the younger, faster Panthers team. So anytime there's a 4-on-4, that gets me very worried. 7 penalties were called in that first period. They were calling everything. Alas, it was 1-1 going into the second period. Let's go to the second period. All right, the second period was another penalty-filled period. I don't know what was going on, but the referees seemed to be calling everything. There were 7 penalties in the first period. There were 6 penalties in the second period. And the power play for Florida looked really good. It looked fresh. It looked like they were going to score, but they never did. The Caps power plays looked terrible. And in fact, they had a 5-on-3 at one point for a little bit, and they never even got set up in the offensive zone. They had 43 seconds of 5-on-3. But the Panthers had a couple of close shots in that period. They had one where they hit the inside of the post. Luckily, didn't go in. And another where the puck was actually going over the top of Sammy, and Nick Jensen's stick knocked it out of midair, which was a great save. I don't think they talked about that enough. And then towards the end of that period, when they were on the power play, Carlson got hit with the puck. and immediately went down the runway towards the locker room, and he was back before the power play was even over, which was crazy. That the way hockey guys deal with cuts is unbelievable to me. But that's what happened in the second period. No goals. Florida outshot Washington 12-4 again. So they were the more aggressive team there, but defensively, I thought the Caps played well. So now you go into the third period, and it's still 1-1. Let's go to the third period. So the first half of the third period was very defensive. There's a lot of neutral zone hockey. Both teams, you could tell they were playing very defensively, and it looked like Florida made adjustments defensively. They were playing a more defensive-minded game. Now, that takes away from their high-scoring offense, but it seemed to do the job. The Caps were not getting a lot of scoring opportunities. But just about halfway through, and I think at this point the Caps had one shot on goal in the period, which would have brought them to 12 for the game, I believe. And Florida's bringing the puck over the blue line. Oshie pummels the dude. I don't even remember who it was. Doesn't matter. Can be any of them. Just pummel them all. He pummels the dude. Florida bench got upset. Who cares? He got pummeled. It was a legal hit. Push it off to Ovi. Ovi with a beautiful pass up to Kuznetsov, who makes an unbelievable move. An unbelievable move. Waits for Bob. Gets almost even with him on the end line and scores from such a tough angle. Bird Sally and everything. It was fantastic. Cap One is going nuts. And you think, okay, all we got to do is hold on for these next, it was about 8 or 9 minutes. I don't remember. If you're watching this, I don't get into all of those particular details. I talk about what it feels like to watch the game. I don't get into analytics and all that. I don't do that. So if you like analytics and you want specifics about shots and penalty minutes and details of the times, this ain't your show. So almost immediately after that, Sammy stops a 2-on-1, which was huge. You think, okay, that's the stop you have to make to win this game. And he did, which was awesome. Not long after that, Mojo just missed on a breakaway, on a dump in from Orlov on one of those, I don't know, what do you call those little pop-ups, right? They throw it up and the guy just kind of skates under it. And he gets there and he just misses. Bob makes a great save. And with a few minutes left, the Panthers, they pulled their goalie. And I think it was Hathaway just missed the empty net, hits the post, the outside of the post. I mean, 2 inches, game's over, series is over. And he just missed it. And what happens? Of course, Florida scores. Reinhart scored to tie it at 2 apiece with 2:04 to go. That's why I was screaming at the beginning. 2 minutes and 4 seconds. And this is a totally different series. So it goes into overtime. And again, Florida outshoots the Caps 8-5. And then, so now we are heading to overtime. Let's go to overtime. I don't even have any notes for overtime. It only lasted less than 5 minutes, I think. Number one, I love Johnny Cakes Allville. From 106.7 The Fan, Sports Junkies, who came on after last game. He is awesome to give us his time. But if that dude didn't jinx this game with 4:48 left, I looked, I checked, I time hacked it. 4:48 left. He tweets out, hey, can people send pictures of forlorn Panthers fans? I'd appreciate it. Thanks. And I knew as soon as he sent that, I said, no, Cakes, no. Sure enough, he jinxed it. They get the tying goal, and then we go to overtime, and I was distraught. You get to overtime, and sure enough, Florida scores. They even did a review to see if it was goalie interference. It was not goalie interference. I'm sorry, it was not goalie interference. So let's just kind of wrap this up because I don't want to dwell on this too much. First of all, it's 2-2. Okay. Nobody thought that Washington would be in this series at 2 games apiece. There's 3 games left. It's a best of 3 now. 2 of the games are in Florida. There's no home ice advantage in Florida. Trust me, that place is so quiet compared to Cap 1. Cap 1 was rocking. So now what do you got to do? You've got to continue what they've been doing. You don't change anything. They've been great defensively. They've only given up. What'd they give up? They've given up 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 goals in 4 games to the highest scoring team in the league. That's fantastic defense. So don't do anything different. You just might have to execute a few more plays here and there. I like what they're doing. I still feel good about their chances. So just keep doing what you're doing. One last note before we go. I can't believe, but on Saturday, I decided to watch the TNT broadcast. I think it was TNT or TBS, whichever one was broadcast, because I wanted to get the national perspective. Those guys, snooze fest. Oh my goodness. I'm so glad I switched back to Joe B in the locker. They are awesome at what they do. They're not homers. They talk all about the home team, but they don't make excuses for the home team. They don't cry for penalties or anything like that. They're fantastic announcers, and I regret doing it that one time on Saturday. I'm sorry, Joe B in the locker. Won't ever happen again. So again, final score, Florida wins it 3-2 in overtime on a goal by who cares? I don't even know who scored it. I don't care who scored it, but they did. Series is tied 2-2, going back to Florida on Wednesday night. Thanks, everybody, for checking us out. Again, hit that subscribe button. Check us out. Hit that notification button, too, so you know when we put out content just like this. Wednesday nights, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, every single Wednesday. We haven't missed a Wednesday since we started this a year and a half ago. So check us out if you would. You can check us out on Twitter. You can see my Ref the District or my personal Twitter at StoneDog23. Check us out on Instagram. Check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube, of course. Twitter, all of that. We appreciate everyone who checks it out. So until next time, let's go Caps. Hey, it's your boy, the Stoner on Ref the District. If you get a chance, check out some of our other stuff here that you see there. And always, always hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so that you are aware every time we go live, which is, of course, 7:30s Wednesdays. Check us out then, and check us out anytime. Until next time, be a fan.